listen to me now.
Hey, this is your next door neighbor. Now, as you know, I'm about truth, okay? This is something atheists cannot explain. Daniel, which was one of the princes that was taken captive and had the privilege of being in the council, found out that he was about to die. Daniel was saying, wait a minute, what am I going to die for? Oh, King, give me a few moments. You don't have to kill me, okay? Or you don't have to kill anybody. Just give me some time. I don't know what the dream was, but there is someone that can tell you the dream, and that's God. So Daniel went ahead to his friends, which was Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who were also princes, Hebrew princes that were taken captive and were considered one of the wise people. And he consulted with them, and they fasted and prayed, and they received an answer about the dream. So Daniel now goes to the king and says, "Oh, king, I just want you to know, first of all, I cannot tell you the dream or the interpretation, but there is a God who understands all things, who has control over the beginning and the end, future and the past, who can tell you the meaning of this dream." So here's the dream, and this is the exciting part. I'm telling you, this is good. Now, keep in mind, this was between 605 BC and 538 BC. So Daniel was written around 550 BC. Here's what it was, and this is what's so exciting. He said, you saw an image. The image had a head of gold, chest and arms of silver, belly and thighs of brass, legs of iron, and feet of iron and clay. Okay? And then a stone cut out without hands knocked down the image at the feet. Knocked down the image at the feet and ground it to powder. At the feet, it got rid of the iron, the gold, the brass, everything. Knocked it all out, and it became as chaff. And then that stone became a hill that took over the whole world and lasted forever. So now the king was so happy. He says, yes. He says, now that was your dream. Here is the interpretation, and this is the exciting part. The image of gold is you, O king. You are the head of gold. Your nation is the head of gold. The silver is another nation that will take over your nation, and it will be inferior to you. The next nation will be brass, and it will be more inferior than the silver. So he was trying to say that each metal was weaker and weaker, and that pretty much that's what the kingdoms would be. Further, he said that there was going to be a nation of iron. And then after that, the feet would be of iron and clay. Okay? He said that these nations would come, and the nation that's going to be iron and clay, the feet, it's saying that they would break up pretty much, and they will never cleave together ever again. Now that's exciting. How would Daniel have known that? Now, if you check the history, we were talking about Babylon. I told you that Babylon ruled from 605 to 538 BC. The next nation that took over was the Medes and Persians. Medes and Persians ruled from 538 to 331 BC. Then Greece took over. Greece ruled from 331 BC to 166 BC. The next nation that ruled was the legs of iron, and that was Rome. Now notice the feet. The feet, we know what feet are. Feet has 10 toes. Guess what's so exciting about this? And this is what's so amazing. After iron came iron and clay. We already know that the nation of Rome ruled, and as I said, it was iron. It became iron and clay afterwards, right? The feet. But hear this. After Rome, it broke up into 10 kingdoms or 10 nations. Just like there's 10 toes. Isn't that amazing? It broke up into 10 powers or 10 nations, okay? Which is Alemanni, which is Germany. Then it was the Anglo-Saxons, which is Britain. Then there was the Burgundians, which is Switzerland. Then there's the Franks, which is France. Then there's the Lombards, which is Italy. Then there is the Suevi, which is Portugal. This is exciting, guys. Then there is the Visigoths, which is Spain. These nations still exist today, but the Bible foretold it. Isn't that exciting? There's 3 more. There is the Ostrogoths, there is the Heruli, and then there is the Vandals. Okay? This is exciting. How did Daniel know this? Again, Daniel didn't know, but the Bible predicted it. How can you doubt the Bible when the Bible went and did this all the way to 476 AD, after Christ? Let me tell you something. This is interesting. Now you tell me, 550 when Daniel wrote the Bible around to 476. Do the math. What is that? From 550 BC to around 476 AD. How many years is that? That's about 1,026 years. Isn't that amazing? The Bible is real, y'all.
Listen to me now.